After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down. Intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Mooney in motion. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Daniels. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. The give left side. Here comes Hall. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. Look at the big guy rumble. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Again, it'll be Singletary. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown Atlanta. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So we've played a quarter here in Super Bowl 61. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. So out is Coot. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get that into the hands of... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and 5. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On first and 10, it's Chubb. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll hand it off here to Estime. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Play action. Here's Daniels. That one intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Wisconsin. And the Falcons are going to get the football at their own 40.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and he kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first rounder. And I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Baron Browning. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
That's caught. It's Audric Estime. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. He's got the hook up there to Odunze.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday. After this, on the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. One more time, it's Chubb. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Nick Chubb, touchdown Denver. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. His kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's now 14-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Nix now on 1st and 10. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll go play action with Nix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a gain of 12. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Play action now. It's Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. Now it's going to be third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That is brought in. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Falcons. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. Throwing is Nix. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. To throw is Daniels. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Broncos. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Daniels. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On the give, it's Hall. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. Moore going in motion. Up the middle. Here's Singletary. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Denver 1st down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. On the give, here's Estimate. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line for the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That one is caught by Mooney. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. On 1st down, Daniels. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Estimate. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense. You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got it at the 7. He is in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Daniels. Well, he needed to get rid of that one, but he holds on. It'll lose yardage. It'll be credited as a sack.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Breece Hall. He's inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. but we'll need to check on the call. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Go! Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He keeps it himself. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Here's Daniels.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Here we go,
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
A give. Here's Hall. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Hall. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. And the Falcons have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Commissioner Roger Goodell set to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Atlanta Falcons. They are your Super Bowl 61 champion. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.
20.